Hi everybody, welcome to episode 39 of A Fern Between Us. Karen's gotten very holiday-ish.
Oh, what's that?
Did you
says share now.
No,
That's not usually there.
it's not. Sorry guys. It's amazing. We try and try and try, and it's always just a new thing every time. All right, so welcome to the show, A Fern Between Us.
We are two of the four owners of Vivac Winery. I'm Jesse.
I'm Michelle, and we have a fun-filled program tonight. We are tasting the Malbec. We are talking about how to make the holidays feel special when it's same old, and we're all in lockdown and everything's a little bit tricky. So thank you everyone that sent in your questions. And so we're gonna get to those in a second. The first thing we're gonna do is do a little check-in, how Jesse and I are doing, where we are, what's going on. Jess is having a little bit of a rough go, so he's gotta kill the cold that's coming on with some extra strength booze.
I've got a few things going on. Normally, I don't know, about half an hour ago, I had this weird, just my whole body wanted to shut down. My allergies came back all of a sudden. I'm like, everything was not all right, so I'm trying to kill it with some Maker's Mark whiskey on the rocks. And that's really nice for me.
I'm drinking the Malbec. Hopefully you guys picked up a bottle to drink with me.
Exactly. And overall, I lost my phone this week. So we've been going through the nightmare of that.
So first, we left off with that our car was broken.
Oh, yeah.
And we think that we finally found the part and ordered it from the United States and are getting that fixed. But that was a huge ordeal and hassle. And then promptly, as soon as it was like press send, click, purchase, we're getting clear of that mess. Jesse lost his phone in a taxi.
Yeah, within 2 hours of that, I just left it in the taxi, and they never brought it back. So so here we are, and I can't get a new phone sent to me so I'm gonna get it when we get back. So a month without a phone, which means lucky Michelle gets to share her phone and or computer, depending on which she doesn't need at the moment.
Yes, so those of you that are loyal watchers and some of my BFFs, y'all know who you are. Be careful what you send to me, because Jesse's now on my phone.
Yeah, no, don't send pictures of penises. I don't want to see it.
My friends aren't doing that.
Or are they not? Okay, I don't know what you guys do or don't do.
Why would we send each other pictures of penises?
I don't know if they're extra good-looking ones. I don't know how it works.
No, that's just men. That's just men sending pictures of penises. Women are not sending. Well, there is a mommy group that I'm part of.
Yeah. See?
That's different. All right, so we are still in Las Casas. We are. Tomorrow is the last day of Hanukkah, so hopefully we figure out something fun to do, because we haven't really been very good Jews.
Nah.
So we'll try to do something for the last day. We did go out and see the meteor shower in our cute little yard, and that was phenomenal. I hope some of you got to see that. That was really, really amazing. Slow, long shooting stars. It was really amazing. It was kind of like my hand just now. Weird. Sorry. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Malbec. I will taste it since he's drinking whiskey, and we're going to do a little emotional sanitizer, because don't we all need it? Okay, so Malbec.
Yes.
History of Malbec. If you've seen the show a bunch of times, you're probably a little bit bored with the overview, but just for those that are tuning in new, originally really considered a Bordeaux blending grape, part of the amazing richness that makes a Bordeaux red. However, nowadays you're going to find it more in the Cahors region, and of course from Argentina. A lot of people are really familiar with the more jammy kind of fruit forward version from Argentina. What I want to highlight and have you maybe talk a little bit about. So one of the things that's interesting is that it can be a little persnickety with ripening, and one of the things that's unique is that sometimes you really shouldn't trellis it, but you should do more of the bush goblet. It's also called goblet.
Interesting.
Style of growing it. What do you think about that? What do we do in New Mexico? And what would you say?
In New Mexico, we definitely trellis. I actually have not talked to Paolo, who is the one that grows these ones for us. I also know of another grape grower down in Belen that has some, and
who's that?
Robert Jaramillo Vineyards.
Oh, yes.
He's got a bunch of Malbec as well, and I believe...
That's right. He makes some nice Malbecs too. Check him out.
I'm pretty sure Casa Abril in between Santa Fe and Albuquerque also has some Malbec. All three of them are trellising. I actually did not know that until you just said that sometimes they do it the goblet style or whatever. That's kind of
old world countries, so maybe that is very particular to that climate and the cooler climate.
Yeah, a lot of people will do that. I think in most of the New World we don't, and I don't know why exactly. I know it's a lot harder to manage if you do that, and that's kind of a...
Well, I can imagine, like, those of you that have joined us for picking parties know what it's like to pick grapes. It's not as much fun. I mean, it is fun. Just kidding. It's so much fun. You should totally sign up for our next one. But it's a lot harder to get in there and get the grapes than you think. So I can't even imagine having a bush where you need to, without hacking apart the
and then you're bent over all day, and anytime you're working on them as well. And, but there's a lot of, Chateauneuf du Pape has a bunch of, trained
and then
that
with
way.
all the rocks. Oh.
And I don't know, there's a bunch of places that do it, but not in New Mexico.
So in the winery itself, when you're making Malbec, is this one of the easier wines to make, or is it more challenging?
We have not had a hard time. We have low VA levels, which is one of the main problems.
Volatile acidity. Sorry.
Right, it's the vinegary taste that you don't want in your wine. But it's there to some amount in all wines. But it's you just try to keep those numbers as low as possible, and oxygen exposure low. But we have not had Malbec go south on us very readily.
That's
like some
funny.
varieties.
It's kind of funny to say go south because it's from southern New Mexico grapes, but southern France, Cahors. I don't know. I'm a dork. Sorry.
Ours are not as jammy as the most of the
Argentine.
Other New World, right? The Argentine or Australian, just in general. We're just a little bit of a cooler climate, even in southern New Mexico, so it comes out a little more French, and
Yeah, I would definitely get a lot of plum, not dried prune, which sometimes you can get from Malbecs, but I feel like it's more of a red, bright plum. It's got some real nice tannins. It's got nice structure. That acidity is definitely there. It can definitely pair with a bunch of awesome foods. Awesome foods meaning flavorful.
It is one of the jammier ones for us, though. I would say. So,
that's true.
So,
but if you're into Malbecs and want to explore a little bit more, I highly recommend trying this. It's a little bit earthier than maybe some of the ones that you've been trying, but also then look into the Cahors region. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump into questions. So last week we announced we're going to talk about how to hopefully make your holidays a little bit special while we're all trying to stay at home for yet another day. I mean, really, it's tough. So
how do you make it special, baby?
I'm working on it. Santa's been trying to think. It's hard.
It's special over here, but there's no activities.
Yeah.
You can't go out and see like the Christmas parade or whatever. I don't know.
Well, and we have a miniature little tree, which I think is really cute, and we did that. But it's not the same, and we know that it's not the same for you guys. And so the first question is, we've been working from home since March with 3 kids.
Sheesh.
We've been trying, I'm so sorry. We've been trying to make the days different for so long, we have run out of ideas for Christmas.
Oh no.
So I totally get that. You know, I've got a lot of friends that are in the same boat as you. We are very lucky that our daughter, our one child, is a teenager, and she's been really cool helping us just try to make each day different and fun instead of us trying to entertain little ones. So I feel for you guys. And so, yeah, that's hard. One of the things that I thought of, we actually borrowed a projector this summer and set it up outside. So some of you guys are in warm climates, you can do that outside. Some of those, you know, cold climates, you're not going to lay in the snow, but you can still set it up inside on one of the big walls of the living room, or put up a sheet. You know, we actually used a white sheet the entire time we borrowed the projector, and that really did make it unique and different and fun.
And maybe get off the couch and lay down, you know, make a bed on the floor and watch, you know, big screen movie on the wall kind of deal.
Exactly.
If you can figure that one out. That's
changing
fun.
up where you sit. I know that sounds really stupid, but it really is kind of those little things. So I think that that's something. There's also the idea that some of the gifts that you have under the tree are maybe a project, a puzzle, a game that you can play that day that's going to be brand new and fun. We're big into games at our family house. Whatever. But monikers is fantastic. It's super fun. You can play it anywhere. Anybody can participate. What were some of the other ones that? Another winemaker actually suggested a bunch of games for us when we realized that we were in lockdown with a teenager forever.
What's that one called?
Not Risk. It's the oh, really?
Maybe we'll come up with it.
Yeah.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah. Anyway, so also poker is really fun. And we've been playing poker down in Mexico. We didn't, of course, bring chips. So how do you bet? So we have Cheerios. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have Honey Nut Cheerios. They're very sticky. And then you have to like fling them at each other. But I do think that that's a really good way to maybe plan spending the day doing something like that. There's also a lot of online things that you can buy tickets now for. We're going to be doing the Nutcracker on Christmas Eve. So there's stuff out there, you know, and hopefully that helps give you a couple of ideas. You know, I don't know. It's hard.
What
Good
next?
luck. Okay. I'm alone for the holidays and kind of bummed out about it. I'm not sure how to make it feel festive. I don't really want to drink alone, but I need my wine. I so feel you. So it is hard when you're alone. I lived alone for a short period of time after college. That was, it's different. It's tricky. And now not being able to spend the holiday with your family, that is going to be hard. Yeah. But of course, there's Zoom. Of course, there's all the stuff that we've already talked about. But, you know, you don't have to feel alone while you're drinking if you're watching some of your favorite movies. I like to drink with Sex and the City. I've rewatched that show so many times. When Jesse goes hunting, I open a bottle of wine and watch Sex and the City, and I'm drinking with my friends.
That's funny. That or, you know, also change it up. It's not, wine doesn't have to be exclusive. You can recreate with whatever else you might have, or find around, you know, get a, I don't know.
Well, that's a fascinating take there.
That's what I do when you're out of town.
Okay. But this person's asking, like, you know, what I want to drink wine. Is what how I
would drink that, you know, with my, do that with my wine.
Well, so maybe how could they feel more festive? I definitely think lights. I'm a big light person, so
definitely set up your lights.
You can kind of see. I don't know if
corner
it's
of our
gonna be cut
banister
off
back here,
or not, but yeah, we got lights and wrapped them around the banister at the house that we're staying in, and I'm a big fan of that. I think that makes it feel kind of festive, and plan on getting some takeout. Spoil yourself. Get a great meal from a takeout, a restaurant that's doing takeout. And open a really nice bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Like, go the other way with it. Like,
and
go
get dressed up.
over.
Maybe get dressed up even though you're solo.
Take some selfies. Send them to us.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
love
fun.
it. Yes, definitely. That's what your goal is, to send us some pictures of how awesome your alone time is. All right. Next, what wine pairs with... Oh, real quick. Tomorrow is an amazing event, and I really want to make sure that we push this. It's a iBuddy event. This is Ella, one of our amazing distro people that is part of Team Vivac, a theater major who is a musical theater major even. So, and she has created these incredible events with some of her cohorts. And so you can find it, wearetotallyhuman.com. Tomorrow night, there's an event. It is interactive, so you're going to feel like you left the house, kind of. So you're going to be with other people. It's a game/theater experience. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We're hoping to tune into that ourselves. We have tickets to a Desert Corral event, so hopefully we can jump from one to the other and see you there. So that's super cool. And they're going to do it every single month. So if you miss tomorrow's, then get on the train. So every month you can have
What's
this
the
super
website again?
cool thing. It is wearetotallyhuman.com.
Cool.
Love it. So smart. See, we hire such smart people. Okay, so back to question number 3. What wine pairs with I like this. I haven't showered in days and won't bother getting out of bed today while I stream holiday movies on Netflix. Also, I've seen everything. Please give suggestions. I think that sounds amazing.
So the question is what pairs with being stinky?
Stinky in bed watching movies.
Something strong, something, something big and bold so you won't...
That's funny. I do have a question. Hopefully you at least leave bed to brush your teeth.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Otherwise, you definitely want to go big and bold because it's going to be nasty. But once the toothpaste gets out of your mouth, because you definitely need to get up and get snacks anyway.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah.
I personally feel like, at least if I'm drinking white wine during the day, it's not quite so
alcoholic,
depressing. I don't know what it is, right?
I understand that.
I'm like trying to troubleshoot getting Jesse's phone shut off and Verizon and every other damn part of this lost phone.
I had to go get her a beer within about an hour and a half of waking up.
Yeah, I sleep in here. I sleep in anyway. But I was like, I need a drink. Like, this sucks. And so I do think that white wine, and even bubbly goes great with Netflix binging. And so, all right, things that we recommend. Queen's Gambit, I loved. I thought that was great. I think she is amazing, that actress.
Queen's Gambit was great.
I thought so too. I saw a friend of mine say that she did not like it.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why.
That's interesting.
But I thought it was so great.
We've seen a couple of really good movies. We also saw a really bad one.
Oh.
Don't watch The Stand-In if you can help it. Drew Barrymore, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, what was the good one? There was 2 really good ones.
The Gentleman. That was amazing.
The Gentleman was amazing.
It has
an incredible cast.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Great comeback. I like seeing him in a healthier look. He looked kind of strange there for a while. And then I can't remember that other guy that I kind of like. He's in it too.
The Gentleman. Look it up.
It's super good. Guy Ritchie. It's a great movie. And then I have to check my notes. Oh, I've started watching The Crown. I know. I'm like 500 years late, but it's so good. So if you actually have not, you should join the team because it's really, really well done. And I like really well done things. Oh, Mandy. If you want something really horribly, like disturbing, horror, funny. Oh, Nick, what's his name?
I can't remember.
Oh my gosh.
I can't remember anything. Well,
I know.
I
didn't write it down.
And I didn't know these questions. As per usual.
As always. And I meant to write his name down. It's campy. It's wild. It's.
Where's Denali?
Horror.
She remembers all these ones.
I know.
She just watched a really good one last night that we told her to watch.
Winter's Bone.
Winter's Bone was a great one, but that's a few years old. And then we watched something else as well, right after that or right before that. Another female lead, and I can't remember, and it's a new movie.
Oh no, that's not super new. Tallulah.
Oh, that's not new. Okay.
No, but that is
Tallulah
also
is a good
great.
one. Yeah. Okay.
Big Mouth has a new season. If you like really
raunchy cartoons,
like I'm Disturbed cartoon, definitely see that. And
I've got one that I've been watching.
Yes.
It's probably not for everybody, but if you dig on watching the Tour de France or something like that, say I'm watching currently once every 4 years.
The sailing competition.
It's called Vendée Globe, Vandee Globe, and they leave from France, head all the way down the Atlantic, around Antarctica, and then back up the Atlantic. So they go through the entire Southern Ocean, and solo, single-handed on these like insane monohull boats, which is. I mean, these things are upwards of $12 million. If they make them new, and they have foils, so they skim on top of the water a little bit. But they also have horrific wrecks because they can go up to like 35 miles an hour sometimes.
So, if any of you want to revisit our personal experience on a boat sailing from Panama down to Colombia, you can look at Vivoc's Fueled by Vivoc blog and read all the details of just how horrific it is to be trapped on a boat and you can't get off. So, he likes to watch that. Another option is Taco Chronicles. Oh. That is amazing, and they've done multiple shows. So definitely
street food, Latin America, street food, Asia. Yeah. The Taco Chronicles, like all those are really good food ones that make you hungry.
Oh yeah, definitely have a snack. So hopefully that gave you some ideas. All right, the final question for today is, what's a new fun drink? After almost a year stuck in my house, I've tried it all. So I actually had to do a little research because one of the things down here, a new drink for me is mezcal. But if I mix it with this grapefruit soda, which is not the grapefruit soda that Toronja, it's not that, which I'm used to mixing with tequila.
This one's called Peñafiel or something like that, but it's pink grapefruit.
Yeah, and it's a little bit different flavor profile, and it handles that smoky, gross, disgusting mezcal flavor.
Another really good one that you found was bourbon with a little cranberry
juice covers up the yuck of so many alcohols. So I highly recommend getting some of that. And I found a new drink that I actually want to try. It's a different type of sangria. So this is actually you steep some tea. So they recommend like a more flavorful type of tea. You can use any kind of tea. You can use black tea, whatever you're liking. But then you take that steeped tea bag water and you add vodka, and you can add any wine. If it's a sweet wine, fine. If it's a dry wine, fine. Whatever you need. Then you add basil, mint, orange, and lemon. It sounds pretty crazy.
Are you really giving a suggestion to try something you've never tried?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Because I'm going to try it.
Okay.
And it's going to be weird. And it's probably going to be horrible. But maybe it's going to be awesome. So tell us the combination that you made at home. And let's share tips on how that works out. Because who knows. I think that sounds kind of good. All those like flavors. But I feel like it needs a sweet thing. So it said that it could be sweet or dry wine, but I feel like you need a sweet thing if you're using dry wine, you know? Like we make sangria and it's vodka and wine and Sprite and fruit. Right, yeah. Anyway, okay. So there you go. I don't know. Maybe that was helpful. All right, the final note for today, we're closing up. Woo! Hopefully you had fun with us today. And next week is going to be on Christmas Eve. So we have a very
excited about this one.
Special show. Do you want to tell us?
Yeah. So a lot of you guys with your kids and stuff have been doing the Elf on the Shelf, the trickster around the house. Prankster around the house.
Yep.
We are having Elf on the Shelf as a guest. So we are so excited.
Both the girl and the boy.
Cool.
Two elves.
Two elves on the shelf.
Elves.
Elven people?
Elven people.
Two elves on the shelf. Gonna be regaling us with their what they've been up to this month.
So write in all of your questions. What do you want to ask Elf on the Shelf? Like, is it are you curious why they're tormenting you? Are you curious about what their worst pranks are? I don't know. I'm trying to spitball here.
Obviously, these elves are on a drinking show. They're meant for an adult audience.
Yes.
You can ask them anything.
Yes, adults. This is adults. Let's not have your children tune in because it's definitely gonna be naughty Elf on the Shelf.
It's probably more leaning towards the naughty, is my guess.
So we're super, super excited. That's gonna be amazing, and we will be drinking our Merlot alongside a Bordeaux Saint-Emilion that we purchased. Oh, Médoc. It was Médoc.
It was Médoc.
That we purchased to celebrate Christmas Eve. So we're going to do a little comparison since we happen to have the two in the house. So send in your questions. We'll see you next week with Elf on the Shelf.
Cheers, you guys.